Hey, what's up? It's your girl Keisha. I just want to share something with you real quick. Is one day I was writing my book or whatever, and the Lord had placed on me. I had saw a rubber band, and it was. I guess He probably was saying to me that when I saw the rubber band, I'm just like, actually, I was when I was seeing the rubber band, I was um, it had just popped. I tried to make a ponytail, and it popped. And there was an analogy came to me that we are like rubber bands. Like I know we used to plait up our hair, and then we'll sometimes put rubber bands at the end of it or something, or even put it in hot water. And then like once it started to get like the water started to get a little hot, the rubber band will pop. Some rubber bands are not like that. All rubber bands are not like that. It just seems like it was when the pressure gets on the rubber band or when the heat gets too high, it pops. And so I noticed that we are like rubber bands when they get in that water, it gets too hot and it will pop, will break. And many times God will take us through a trial or through a situation, and He trying to put us in the fire, and then we get in the fire, and to us it's too hot, so we'll get out of it before it's time. And like if you take your hair out of the water before it's time, it won't be crinkled just right. And so that's what God was showing me, that when we get into a situation, we jump out of it before we can go through the situation, before He can even purge us and prune us. And and He's trying to bring us out as pure as gold as we're going through the refiner's fire. So I just want to encourage you, if you're going through something today, be encouraged that Job was a righteous man and he went through a lot. The Bible said he was perfect. He had no flaws. He even got up and prayed for his kids. He made offers for his kids, everything. They say in God's eyes he was righteous. And the enemy was walking to and fro, and he came before God with the angels, and he was like, how did you get up in here? And then he said, what are you doing here? Satan said, I'm just going to and fro. And God said, not the devil, God said, have you considered my servant Job? See, God will put you in a position to see if you really trust Him, to see if you for Him, and to see where your faith really is. And so God allowed the enemy to tempt Job. The devil ain't say, oh, I'm looking for Job. God says, have you considered my servant Job? So God, put him in the furnace, so but Job did very well, so just want to let you know that don't give up. You may be going through a trial, tribulation, situation, circumstance, but this is not the time to give up. This is the time to stand on the word. This is time for you to get in the word. This is time for you to see God, to seek His face. And the most thing you can do right now in this position that you're in is praise God. Try not to let no negative come out of your mouth. When you see or think of yourself and to say something negative about somebody or anybody or about yourself, just say, Lord, I praise you. Lord, I thank you. The Bible says He inhabits the praises of His people. So God will come and live in the midst of your praise. And just like times in the Bible, in the Old Testament, they went out and fought wars. And what did God say? Take the praise and worship leaders out first. Let them go out. Let the people, sing praises to me. People will think, why you on a battlefield with praises? That confuses the enemy, because you're on a battlefield, but yet you're praising God. So I just want to encourage you to stay strong, to praise God in the midst of your trial, in the midst of your circumstance, in the midst of your situations. You might not be going through something, but I can guarantee you're going to go through something. And just remember the words, stand and praise God. All right, this has been Keisha. You can share this video, like it, whatever the case may be. But I just don't want you to give up in the fight. Don't give up in the process. Don't come out of the fire too fast. All right, you can do this. Deuces.